Hello students, myself Divya Kumari Meena, Assistant Professor. All the students of BA Part 3rd year are welcome here in the class of English Literature. Today we read about dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue is a form of poetry. Majorly, dramatic monologue was written by Robert Browning. Robert Browning is one of the major Victorian poet, and his poem My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue. In the next video, we will study the poem My Last Duchess. So we should know about dramatic monologue. So let us discuss what is dramatic monologue. Monologue. Mono means one and log means dialogues. So a dramatic monologue is a type of poem which the speaker is directly addressing and talking to some other person. The speaker in such poems usually speaks alone in a one-way conversation, and so it is called a monologue. So I have told you about the meaning of the word monologue. Mono means one and log means dialogue. When there is speech or the conversation only by one people, and it is supposed that the listener is there, but listener does not interfere with the conversation of the speaker, and the setting of the poem is dramatic. Through the conversation, we see the effect that is totally dramatic. So one speaker speaks and it is presented as there is a listener, but the listener does not interfere. So this is known as dramatic monologue. As the poem begins, we find that the main character is found engaged in an emotional expression of his ideas and feelings. He is confident, excited, angry, or proud. So the character will reveal us many secrets or hints about something he would not so consciously. The poems of John Donne are also dramatic monologues to some extent, but Browning's dramatic monologues have more unique dramatic techniques. Dramatic poems must involve at the major dramatic elements of the characters, plot, and speech, though it may just be a one-way monologue. Besides, some dramatic poems will also include other dramatizing elements like quickness in action, surprise, tension, and so on. Poems of John Donne also have some such elements, but Browning's spatial dramatic monologue has some more elements like character revelation with an ironic exposure of what he is not conscious. This means that the character will be found talking to someone in such a situation and manner that he exposes the secrets about his real character. Browning's characters are usually rough, who prove how corrupted they are in the process of trying to prove how great they are. This is what happens to the poem My Last Duchess. Browning's poems have a subtext or a deeper level of the story of reality, which the reader explores gradually and understands the reality behind the bragging. Browning's dramatic monologues are conversational poems set dramatically in such a situation that the speech reveals a lot of the hidden story. A story which the character usually tries to disprove. They have been sometimes called mask lyrics for their being oblique expressions of the poem's feeling through the character. But the character expresses something that the reader analyzes as an outrageously lie. It is a kind of monopolized conversation. The major ingredients of the dramatic monologue are dramatic situations, a speaker, and at least one interlocutor. Interaction, dramatic action, plot development, and character revelation in the process of the one-way conversation. The character is revealed by means of ironic discrepancy so that the reader is made to make their own judgment about the character's real characteristics. The character is usually caught in a moment of emotional intensity, and though he does try to justify himself, the reader understands a very different subtext. It enables the reader, the character, and the poem to be located at an appropriate distance from each other, in such a way that reader must walk through the words of the speaker towards the meaning of the poem themselves. For instance, in My Last Duchess, we listen to the Duke as he speaks of his dead wife to a man, but to us it is as if we are overhearing a man talking into the telephone of a booth adjacent to ours. From his one-sided conversation, we piece together the situation, both past and present, and we infer what sort of woman the Duchess really was and what sort of man the Duke is. Ultimately, we may also infer what the poet himself thinks of the speaker he has created. In this instance, from evidence outside the poem, we know that Browning had a special hatred of dramatic tyrants, and that the speaker was a real historical Duke of Renaissance Italy. But even without this information, we are able to conclude from our own analysis of the character that he represents a tyrannical, criminal, and unrepentant savage called an aristocrat. But many other poems of Browning do not allow us to make a judgment about the poet's attitude as easily as this. He makes it difficult for us to pass easy verdicts as jurors about the character also. For instance, in a grammarian funeral, this is another example of dramatic monologue. In a grammarian funeral, another famous dramatic monologue, we are really obliged to grab toward a choice as to whether the grammarian is meant to be a heroic man or a fool spending his life in mere rules of grammar at the cost of acknowledging and enjoying the prerogatives of life. Besides the technique of expression, the language and diction, the rhythm and tone are also important and unique in the dramatic monologue. So, this is all about the dramatic monologue. In the next video or in the next class, we will study the poem My Last Duchess, written by Robert Browning.